Yellowstone National Park is the home of some of the most majestic animals in the world, from bison to bears to wolves. But it's also home to an animal that many fear the most, the gray wolf. In this video, we'll be taking a look at why wolves are feared so much, what they do for Yellowstone, and what would happen if they were to disappear. When most people think of wolves, images of ferocious predators that attack and eat anything that moves come to mind. In fact, these wolves can be quite timid and tend to avoid humans. So when a wolf does decide to attack, it makes headlines all around the world. Gray wolves are actually one of the most widely distributed land predators in the northern hemisphere. And while there are multiple subspecies, they generally fall into two categories: gray wolves and timber wolves. They get their name from the gray coloration on their backs, although they can vary in color from white to black. Timber wolves are typically smaller than gray wolves and have thicker fur. Both are highly intelligent animals that live in packs and hunt by using their keen senses of hearing and smell. Gray wolves are often seen as vicious and cruel, but they're actually just trying to survive. When you have to rely on your prey to stay alive, it's kill or be killed. And wolves are no exception. Despite their ferocity, gray wolves play an important role in the ecosystem. By keeping populations of herbivores in check, they help to prevent overgrazing and maintain healthy plant communities. This is especially true in Yellowstone, where gray wolves are considered a keystone species. A keystone species is one that has a profound impact on its environment, one that holds an entire ecosystem together. And without it, the ecosystem would collapse. Yellowstone wolves aren't just any old wolves. They are specifically gray wolves of the subspecies Canis lupus. These wolves are slightly larger than other gray wolves, with males weighing up to 175 pounds and females weighing up to 125 pounds. The park is home to around 90 wolves, which are split into about 10 different packs. Packs can vary in size, but usually consist of a breeding pair and their offspring from previous years. Wolves are very territorial and will defend their turf against intruders, both wolf and human. Wolves communicate using a variety of vocalizations, including howls, growls, and whines. Howling is a long-range communication method used to maintain pack cohesion and defend territory. Wolves typically howl at night, and their howls can carry for miles across the valleys of Yellowstone. If a lone wolf howls, it may be trying to locate the pack or communicate with another wolf. But if the call is answered, the pack's territory is being defended. In order for Yellowstone's fragile ecosystem to thrive, there needs to be a balance between predator and prey. For hundreds of years, wolves were persecuted in Yellowstone and the surrounding areas, which led to an increase in the population of herbivores such as elk and bison. This caused major problems for the park's vegetation, which began to disappear in some areas due to overgrazing. In response, park officials decided to introduce wolves back into the park in 1995. Since then, the wolf population has rebounded nicely and has had a positive impact on the park's ecosystem. Wolves are incredibly efficient hunters, able to take down prey larger than themselves. Their preferred method is to chase down their prey until it tires, and then use their sharp teeth and claws to bring it down. Elk are the wolves' favorite meal, but they will also eat bison, deer, moose, coyotes, foxes, and even bears. Wolves typically eat the heart, lungs, and liver first, then the rest of the carcass is picked clean. Nothing is wasted. Even the bones are stripped clean of their nutritious marrow. Wolves will also scavenge when the opportunity arises, eating the carcasses of dead animals left behind by other predators or natural causes. This is especially common during the winter, when food is scarce. Wolves have played an essential role in maintaining the health of Yellowstone streams and rivers. By preying on elk and other herbivores, wolves help to keep their populations under control. This prevents the overgrazing of riparian areas, the vegetation along streams and rivers, which helps to maintain the stability of stream banks and reduce sedimentation in the water. Healthy stream banks help to filter pollutants out of the water and provide habitat for a variety of aquatic species. Wolves also indirectly benefit Yellowstone streams and rivers by competing with bears for food. Bears are less likely to kill and eat fish when there are wolves around, because they put the bears at risk of being attacked. This helps to maintain healthy populations of fish in Yellowstone's waterways. The return of the wolf has brought balance back to Yellowstone. Over the last few decades, there has been a significant decrease in the number of elk and other herbivores in the park. This has led to an increase in the vegetation in those areas, which has helped to improve the habitat for a variety of species. Wolves have also been known to thin the herd. This means that they preferentially kill off the weak, sick, or elderly animals, which benefits the overall health of the prey population. By killing off the weak, wolves make sure that only the strongest and healthiest animals are able to reproduce. This helps to ensure the long-term survival of the prey population. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are still a lot of misconceptions about wolves, and this leads to conflict between wolves and humans. One of the biggest concerns is that wolves will attack livestock. While it is true that wolves will kill and eat livestock if given the chance, it's actually quite rare. Wolves are more likely to target elk and other wild prey. When wolves do kill livestock, it's usually because they've become accustomed to easy meals left behind by humans. This is more common in areas where there is a high density of human population. To prevent livestock from being killed, ranchers will sometimes use guard animals such as llamas or donkeys. Wolves are also known to kill each other's livestock, but this is rare. Wolves typically avoid each other and will only interact during mating season or when their territories overlap. Another concern is that wolves will attack humans. As we mentioned earlier, wolves are generally timid animals and will avoid humans if possible. However, there have been instances of wolves attacking humans in Yellowstone and other national parks. These attacks are extremely rare and usually occur when the wolf is protecting its young or has been habituated to humans. In 2018, a wolf bit a young boy in the face after the child got too close to the animal's den. This was the first wolf attack in Yellowstone in nearly 30 years. Despite the occasional negative interaction, the benefits of having wolves in Yellowstone far outweigh the negatives. Wolves are an integral part of the park's ecosystem and help to maintain the balance between predator and prey. Without wolves, the entire ecosystem would be thrown out of whack, and the park wouldn't be the same. Wolves are often viewed as symbols of wilderness, and their presence in Yellowstone helps to remind us of the importance of protecting our natural world. Yellowstone wouldn't be Yellowstone without its wolves. The haunting howl of the wolf is one of the defining sounds of the park, and its presence is a reminder of the power and majesty of the natural world. So the next time you visit Yellowstone, keep an ear out for the wolf's howl, and remember that these animals are an essential part of what makes Yellowstone so special. We hope you enjoyed learning about the wolves of Yellowstone. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Also, we have a podcast called The Amazing Yellowstone. You can listen to it on various platforms. We love talking about Yellowstone and hope you love listening to it as much as we love making it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. In the early 1900s, wolves were on the brink of extinction in Yellowstone. By 1926, they were completely gone. It wasn't until 1995 that gray wolves were reintroduced into the park. This was a controversial decision, but it was ultimately the right thing to do. Wolves are an integral part of Yellowstone's ecosystem, and their absence was felt keenly. By bringing wolves back to Yellowstone, the park has been able to restore its natural balance and protect it for future generations. So the next time you hear a wolf howling in Yellowstone, take a moment to appreciate the animal's beauty and the important role it plays in the park's ecosystem. Wolves are often misunderstood creatures. In many cultures, they are seen as vicious and evil. But the truth is that wolves are just trying to survive in a world that was changed by humans. By understanding wolves and the challenges they face, we can learn to coexist with these amazing animals and ensure that they remain a part of our natural world for centuries to come. It's important to remember that wolves are wild animals and should be treated with respect. They are powerful predators and can be dangerous if provoked. but they are also beautiful creatures that play an important role in the ecosystem. When we understand and respect wolves, we can all work together to ensure that they continue to roam free in Yellowstone and beyond.